All right, I just wanted to quickly hop on and address some concerns and comments that I've had about my study system, and rightly so. A lot of students are DMing and commenting on my videos, stuff like this, like Anki doesn't do anything, it works in memory retention, but that's it. Well, that's kind of the point. Anki is simply a way to remember content and to recall content, just as how you may currently be writing notes, except Anki uses active recall, it uses spaced repetition rather than just passive recall. So it's much better than rereading notes, and it's also better than any other flashcard app. Now, can you do active recall and spaced repetition with notes? Of course you can. That's one of the nuances, and obviously I don't say that as much, but you can use notes if you're timing it out yourself and doing active recall with notes and looking away and stuff. But how many of you actually do it? How many of you actually do it rather than going into exams and just reading them before the test and doing it? With Anki, you're forced to do active recall and spaced repetition, and I find it's the best thing. Another thing is the concern that it doesn't do anything. Of course, it's not going to do anything if you're just using Anki and just trying to memorize content. That is why I always say Anki is number one, past papers number two. Anki should be like 30 or 40% of your study, really. The rest is past papers, because now that you've learned the content, you've remembered it with Anki through a daily Anki review on your flashcards, you need to practice applying that content, because again, recalling the information isn't as important as actually being able to use it in an exam. You need to practice using it with past papers. For example, with maths, I got 100 out of 100. I didn't even have any content Anki cards, because for math, I don't think you need. I did tons of past papers. Every single question I got wrong, every silly mistake I put as an Anki question card, which I tell you guys to do. I reviewed my mistakes daily. I redid those questions, so I never forgot how to do them. When I was in a test, I would recognize, okay, this question, I remember from my Anki card that I did this mistake, so don't do that mistake. And I got 100 out of 100 in advance at 16 years old, right? So I will basically never concede that Anki doesn't work for everyone, because it literally will work for everyone if you use it how I say to do, right? If you use it to remember content and then also to spam past papers and make Anki question cards, it will work for you. Anyone can use it. Now, is it the best way to study? In my opinion, yes. In your opinion, it might not be. Is it the only way to study? No. From me teaching thousands of students, I can tell you the results I've seen with using this study system and switching from just rereading notes, which students don't really have much discipline with, to a system like Anki and past papers, which means they have to be regimented with it and they have a daily review every single day and they want to keep a streak. I find students do the best on it. Now, again, throughout year 10 and 11 and 12, I tried so many study systems. I started Anki, I actually hated it, went off it, then realized, okay, these notes suck. Went back to Anki, was doing textbook questions, used past papers. I've tried everything and I did the results. I got the results and I help literally thousands of people do it as well. It's why I feel I have the authority to hop on and tell you guys what to do and help you guys out. And lastly, no, I'm not sponsored. I wish I was, but I literally just love this app. Although it does have some shortcomings, as a lot of people have said, very hard to use is the main thing. Other than that, there's no shortcomings. It's just very hard to use, which is why I have a whole 40-minute tutorial on it on my YouTube channel. You can check out in my description. Other than that, I would probably love to make my own free flashcard app in the future, which I definitely have plans to do. But for now, Anki is the best. So I would recommend, if you want to do it on school, to use Anki.